David Warner's injury, how is that going to affect the entire India-Australia series?
Yeah, I chatted with him yesterday from the hospital also. And I can say that. I mean, I chatted with him this morning. From what I know, he's out of the white ball. See, it has evened things up. India lost Rohit, Australia's lost Warner now. He's not going to play the white ball series. Whether he'll play the test series, he didn't answer that question. I specifically asked, so are you going to be ready for Adelaide? I'm sure he doesn't know. Because yesterday his message was, mate, I've never been injured, so I don't know how long it will take. I think he will be in doubt for Adelaide also.
Well, it's never. I mean, it's never easy to see somebody injured, and obviously, I mean, when you're talking about Warner being injured, it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing for Australia. We've been talking about Steve Smith, right? I mean, Steve Smith came in and batted because it was the opening partnership of Finch and Warner. So and we've been talking about how things could be different if maybe Smith had to come out and bat at 20 for 1. So that's how important Warner is. And not just in one format. He's that important in all 3 formats. So him not being available for T20 is again a big thing, a big blow to Australia. From an Indian perspective, yeah, it's not a bad news if Warner's not around for the India series, because that's how good he is. I mean, listen, and especially in Australia, especially at home. I mean, Warner, and it's not just the runs that he scores, the way that he scores. He has that very Virendra Sehwag kind of an effect. Okay, he demoralizes the bowlers. Don't just look at it from the quantum of runs, but also the psychological effect from an opposition. You're thinking, you know what, Warner's not there, right? Warner's not there, so that gives the opposition an edge mentally as well going into a game.
To be very frank, when I saw the video, it never looked ugly. At times when you look at certain injuries, you feel they're ugly. He may be out of the tour, but it didn't look like that. And maybe they're being cautious because they've got this test series coming up. They have won the one days, the one day series. They have won. So I think T20 they can afford to have somebody else. They've already announced the player. So I think they're giving him a break because they know, as Deepak said, he is one of the most impactful player. When he gets those runs, he creates certain doubts in the opposition. At times, as Deepak said, the way he gets those runs, literally, damages your confidence. When you talk about David Warner and Steve Smith, last time India played there, these 2 guys were missing. And there was a lot of difference in their batting lineup. David Warner is very important for their side to win the test series and create that impact on Indians. Maybe they're a little more cautious about David Warner. They don't want to take a chance with him. They want him to be ready for the test series. But when you look at some injuries, this injury for sure was not ugly. I think is good.